Alrighty, what's it gonna be now? I mean, you already know what it is, as you open this video knowing exactly what you're looking for. But I don't know yet. Okay, hello. Not a wraith. Also, I'm staying crouched so it doesn't accelerate as much. Because it only occasionally sees us. Okay, so not a wraith because it stepped through the salt. And it was nicely visible, so not a phantom. Hey, that's not nice. Nah, it's not throwing stuff. So not a poltergeist. Yeah. He's smudged, sir. 55, 56. I mean, we can already rule out a few. So, those are out. All of those would have been faster. Those as well. I also think not a Raiju. Yeah, I definitely had the headlamp on when we looped it around the kitchen island. So a Raiju would have sped up a lot due to the player electronics there. Also, not a Polity. Okay, that's in the utility room here. Also, pretty sure it's not a yokai, as it is quite okay at keeping up with us, or at finding us. So far I'm just listening to the whispers, meaning if it might be a banshee if we get a banshee scream. Actually, it would be a banshee if we get a scream. But also, it might be twins, and that's the other thing the parabolic microphone is good for. Listening to double interactions. Oh. Down there, okay. Yeah. Still not a yokai. Alright. I think we need some more equipment. But what do we need? I mean, we need to smudge it so we can rule out demon and or spirit. So let's take another one of those. Let's take a little light with us. Also, it seems to have changed its favorite room, so this would mean it's not a Goryo. And as long as it stays down there... we can go there as well. And do a little testing. So, if it's an Onryo, it's a good chance that it will blow out the candle instead of trying to hunt. If it's a mare, because we have the lights on, it's quite probable that it will get out of this room and find itself another favorite room. If it's a shade, it won't hunt at all as long as it's down here. So we are essentially testing 3 ghosts at once right now. Or ghost types, rather. And if it's an Onryo, then we got already 1 out of the 3 blowouts it needs to initiate a forced hunt. But regarding the shade, don't get confused. A shade, even though it's told that a shade would pretty much become completely inactive when you are in its room, that's not actually true anymore. It was true for a while, but it does still do things while you are in its room. It just mostly doesn't start a hunt. But there are some occasions where it can start a hunt from slightly outside the room. Not down here, but in smaller rooms, for example in utility over there. And this can make it seem like it's not a shade, like it's starting its hunt from the room where you are in at that time. But in this case, if it's a big enough room, it's rather nicely testable if it's a shade. But if it's an Onryo, it will start a hunt about 6 seconds after the next blowout. Also, it not hunting this, I think it's either shade or an Onryo. A mare would probably already have hunted. We are at 0 sanity here. And since those 3 ghosts are the ones we are testing right now, mare, shade and Onryo, mare is probably out right now. But it still likes this room, so yet another reason to say this is not a mare. Because a mare would probably not stay here when the lights are on. And since it's not doing much, really, so for now I think it's a shade, probably. Because an Onryo would normally blow out candles far more frequently. But we'll see. I might be wrong. Also, probably not a mimic, because its behavior seems to be long-term. Even outside of hunts, a mimic would change the ghost it mimics every, I think, 30 to 120 seconds. So it would already have switched to another ghost right now. Or not right now, but during all this time we have been in here right now. Yeah. Shade or Onryo? Let's just go out and see if it starts a hunt. And we can still hear it if it would blow out the candle and then start a hunt, which would indicate an Onryo. Still not hunting. What is your problem, sir? Please hunt. I mean, really not. Oh, hello. Why is it not hunting? Is it still here? No more breathing clouds. Okay. That would be one reason to bring a thermometer into a zero evidence run to determine the current favorite room of the ghost. Now it starts a hunt. Alright. Okay. Let's see if you blew out the candle. You didn't. Okay, yeah, it's still cold down here. So, I'd say it's not an Onryo. Of course, it could have started its hunt back here. That's entirely possible. But I'd say we'll just test it again. So, it could hunt at any time now. If it's an Onryo, and it blows out this candle, it's still at count 2 of 3. So if it blows this one out, then an Onryo would start a hunt within 6 seconds. But a shade won't do a thing as long as we're down here. Or it will do some things, yes, but not a lot. Yeah, and it definitely is still down here. I'll probably fast forward this, just so you have a better picture of what it's like if it's a shade. Also, it just blew out this lantern, and it didn't start a hunt, so still, or once again, not an Onryo. So I'd really say this is a shade. Alright, I think we waited for long enough. So, for one final hunt, we'll just leave the room. Now it should wake up after some time and then start a hunt. Also, this wake up thing doesn't seem to be immediate, which is why it's still not hunting right now. And also after it has woken up, there's still just a chance for a hunt to begin. It's not an immediate thing. It sometimes can be, but yeah, and there we have our hunt. That's pretty much definitely a shade. And there we go. Shade.